So wrapping up the dig site, hopefully wrapping up for most of the things we still want to do in Soul's time. I do want, no matter what, I want to visit the Dwarven ruin we found. Basically, I do want to stay away from the Weaklings, though. They seem like they're just natives doing their business. They have really nothing to do with us. So what happened? Lord Azidar demands more blood, and I give it willingly. The hired men have somewhat pitiful souls, so it sometimes takes several of them to achieve the desired effects. I won't be writing anymore. There is no need. The time has come to awaken the Master and bring him to the fate he deserves. Ah, shit. What's the Argonian maid? Gotta have your porn book with you. Well, it's not really porn. Not even closely. Like, not even remotely porn. I think it's basically it's a play with terrible dialogue. By terrible, I mean amazing dialogue. Spear polishing and all that type of thing. Just wondering, someone's shooting at us. Yes. Probably whirlwind, cyclone. Let's try the cyclone. Wasn't too impressed by the initial cyclone ability. We'll get better. Okay, where exactly do I need to go? Up or down? Nothing down. Isn't there a door here? It's something that, no, it probably was the top of each of this. Ah. dead. Just doesn't know it yet. I like the spell. Cheap and easy. So that's probably a buffed up armor. That's where we need to go. Eagle, eagle. Well, double window. Armor of retribution. Enemies who strike you with a melee attack have a small chance of being paralyzed. It's a ancient Nordic armor. What it looks like. So it would actually look. Here it looks like a fairly sturdy armor, but it's yeah, with a female, it looks pretty ridiculous. Yeah. There's not much metal in this armor. It's the hips and lady bits protection version and naturally shoulder pads. So it's a distraction armor. I don't get it because here it looks like a pretty straightforward armor. It seems like every armor piece there's some kind of a intentional design decision to show off some kind of body shape. Whatever. It's a fantasy game. And very, I suppose, all too practical looking armor. It's very dull. So I certainly don't mind the fact that there's options here and there. I just don't get it. Bit of a different design for men and women, that's fine too. But I don't get the drastic difference, because that's supposed to be heavy armor, not some light armor. I saw it on Aela first, and I immediately just assumed it's some kind of light armor. It's supposed to be a heavy armor. How exactly are we gonna get there? What's the code? The two whales again. No. I suppose we're gonna look harder. As in actually look. Something inside. I definitely chose the... Huh, stolen. So there's another quest trap. Has to be the clue somewhere. Game never really expects you to just test things out. Although with 2 cylinders, 3 options each, it's not like you have a lot of options to go through. Still, is there some kind of a clue earlier? Sometimes well, as a general rule of thumb, the clues are always visible. Sometimes they might be in an odd place or something, so you don't realize to look. Eagle Eagle was the other combination. I suppose we could try that. Helm of Vision. Your conjuration and rune spells cost 25% more, but can be cast at greater range. Okay, that's an interesting thing. That's actually quite an interesting thing. That might be something that might have more of a balance, considering self-made enchantment. Have a threshold for the enchantments that you can, if you just want to add positive effects, but if you want to push on top of that, you have to add negatives. And the game designer decides the negatives. I mean, how do you balance the certain ability? They would decide your options and what you need to take. Otherwise, you'll take negatives that you don't give a shit about and don't bother you in any way. To balance massively useful abilities, and that's just unbalanced.
It is time. Pass it all. Arise.
Oh shit.
Time to die.
Holy shit. What is that ability?
Must kill.
I need to just kill it. Again, fire attack, but this time very powerful fire attack. Acidal, increases fire resistance by 50%, fire spells damage increased by 25%. So elemental mask, basically, that was what the masks offered here. And then Mask of Mira was the most worthless piece of shit I've seen. Maybe it does something else. You're still alive.
Oh, God. What happened? What have I done?
What's going on here?
I don't remember. Ever since I got here to Kolbjorn, I've heard whispers, voices, thoughts, imaginings. They've only gotten louder since I've stayed. Pounding, driving. A couple of times I blacked out. It was just before the Draugr woke up.
Did you kill the miners?
I don't know. Maybe. It's what he wanted. He just needed their energy. I don't know. I hope I didn't. But maybe I... Please, you have to believe me.
Yeah, without a doubt, it's mental domination. I have no doubt about that. I do believe you, so can't let you go unpunished. I can't. I don't care. Someone else might come and punish you.
Of course. I don't even want to hear the word barrow again. Ever. I'll go to Raven Rock and you won't mention this to anyone. If you see me there, just give a nod and I'll lend you a hand if you need it. It's the least I can do. Just keep this quiet.
He certainly would have deserves a knife, though. At the same time, what's the point? Holy shit, that's impressive looking. Crap, crap, and crap. So now we got all the items. Ooh, a black book. Well, we are going to have to take it, aren't we? Storeroom shield. That light on the shield doesn't really matter. We don't have any more enchantment. "24. What is it? Filament and filigree. What kind of special ability are we gonna get from this? It's like another one where we really want light. Darkness is death. Don't see me anymore. This is probably the toughest enemy I've faced as far as hit points are concerned. Doesn't do shit. Massive amount of damage and doesn't go down. Storeroom Helmet of Recovery. Okay, this is even more ridiculous looking. Heavy armor version. Secret of Protection, Arcana, or Strength. Power attacks cost no stamina for 30 seconds. Combination with the increased attack speed would be devastating. Spells cost no magicka for 30 seconds. Well, this is ridiculous because we're gonna make it permanent. You take half damage for 30 seconds. Well, that's something. Accept. And we're done. What next? Armor doesn't look that bad here. It's really the helmet. It looks like a fairly light armor otherwise, and patches of storeroom at critical points. It's just the helmet doesn't look right at all. I suppose it's like a reimagining
Divine smile
of
on
the
you, my
iron
friend.
armor. In
Keep
place.
away from me. We have nothing to say to each other.
I definitely... Finally, I can get some sleep at night. Just in time, too. Kuvar was starting to give me some grief about his new armor. This will do the trick nicely. You come back if you ever want some fancier armor yourself now.
There are more important things than mead, Elmas.
I know, I wanted...
All right, then.
Bone mold formula for
Mead, it is
Mallory.
You like it?
Don't push, son. Don't want to talk to the likes of you.
You, what do you want?
I was able to salvage most of the latest batch of mead. The rest was... fouled.
Glad to be back.
I think that you could have done something with this if you would just have went with the lie, at least for a while. Lost opportunity. Convince Nicholas to stay in Skull Village. Easy enough. That's one thing we do very well at the moment. Just convince anyone of anything.
I've seen outside. Perhaps I'll be the first skull to slay a dragon. That would be worthy of a tale.
Your mother tells me that you want to leave the village.
That's right. I want to go out into the world and earn great glory. I want to hunt the deadliest creatures and claim vast riches. I'm wary of living in this village. I want to do something with my life other than farm, fish, and hunt deer. I know it must be hard for an adventurer such as you to understand this, but we Skull live very boring lives.
You'd abandon your mother when she needs you most?
There is truth in your words. She has not been herself since my father's death. I can see that in my eagerness for adventure, I have forgotten my duties as a son and as a Skull. You have helped me to see wisdom, and I thank you for that, Skull friend.
Yes.
I don't think that's a bad idea. I mean, if you really want to go, you're just gonna be incredibly bitter if you never do anything about it.
As the ashfall worsens, the land and water are poisoned.
I hope that Nicholas will hear your words.
He's
You
agreed
no
to
longer
stay.
seem- May the Allmaker bless you with many sons and daughters, outsider. Once again, you have shown that you're a true friend of the Skull. I wish that I could give you a reward that is equal to the joy in my heart, but I don't have much to offer one who has so much already. Perhaps these will prove useful to you. These herbs are unique to the island, and their light cannot be found elsewhere.
Emperor Parasol. Who you trade with?
Many hunters pass through our village, and sometimes the Dark Elves of Raven. They bring us things from their homeland. It's true we Skull prefer a simpler life than some, but we do still enjoy a luxury.
We
from
didn't
time
really
to time.
do anything for Nicholas's benefit. I think that's a common stumbling block or a mistake to make. Is that you ignore your own self-interest. Because everyone is taught that if you just stare at your own belly button, you are an evil person. And to some extent I would agree that's definitely true. However, that does not mean you ignore your own self or interest in matters. It's not the only thing. You negotiate some kind of a compromise in situations. Your own self-interest has to be a part of it. If you don't, two things will happen. Like this thing, you're not gonna grow bitter, you're still probably going to be unhappy because you're constantly making sacrifices for others. And no one really asks you to do them. I mean, they're not going to appreciate you making those sacrifices. They presented their own self-interest, and you just went along with them. You have only yourself to blame if you did something you didn't really want to do.
I'll cut you open.
Kill it before it goes away.
Gift to both.
In the Skull situation, we did what was best for the mother, convinced the son to abandon what he wanted to do and what was in his best interest, in order to appease the mother. That can't be how it works. Void Soul, Ruined Book, Death Bell, none of it. I can guess what this produces. This produces some kind of a Storm Atronach item. So what would we pick up? Some kind of a map. God damn it. If it's an actual item. Deathbrand treasure map. Okay. 4x's. Use the Deathbrand treasure map to find the treasure. Ancient chest. So, ancient chests. Water breathing plus 100 armor while wearing a complete set of Deathbrand armor. This is basically some kind of specialty Skyrim armor set. I mean, if you look at this helmet, if you just remove the horns, it would look a lot better. If you want to make it more fancier, you could add some kind of a more ornate metal branding or something. But why the horns? I just didn't get it. Now I see it on. Do I have to use the map, or I have to use the map? Right. I'm fine with that. It's a fairly clear map. Next would be So we're hunting basically a useless armor set. But looking at the bone sets, it could be a good armor. I mean, it's useless to us. Ooh. Ashbone emulator. Holy shit. It's definitely on this side of the edge here. How would you even know? You need to do something to get it to reveal. What the hell's going on here? Here, Hyomancer. Mugger's Fox. It is clearly at the edge here. But it might be very... Yep. Not exact science, so need to look around a bit. Increases your carrying capacity by 10 for each death brand item you wear. This is no good. It's not terrible, but it's no good. Next would be there, but I guess we're going to have to negotiate peace between the people here. Put an end to the hostilities.
Can't wait. And out you go.
Four pieces. Gloves, armor, boots, helmet. Another group of treasure hunters. Oh shit. It's the fire damage. We definitely need to get some kind of a protection against it. The blocking isn't bad, but it's not by far the where we get the damage from. Ancient polymer armor in many ways would be better. Better boots. shock resistance, gauntlets. Armor is weaker. What ring do we have? Ah. We have more resists. More damage, more health. Makes quite a bit of a difference in fact. Looks ridiculous, but it's better. I would really like more resistances though. We used a shock and frost resistance versus health. We'll manage, but I still don't like this equipment set all as much. The blocking is not bad. It would have been better earlier on though. Would have compensated for the lack of armor class for a long time. Increases your stamina by 15 for each death brand item. Yeah, it's getting suckier and suckier by the item. A little bit north from a river. West River. I don't really see a river somewhere here. Not impressed. Not impressed at all. First item was wonderful, but that's the only good thing about it. So somewhere on this beach. There. More treasure hunters. Tieflings. Gilden Halbaro, though not the end. While dual wielding, your one-handed attacks do 10% more damage for each different item you wear. Not bad, but you can do a lot better now. Gilden Halbaro. Yeah, I need to quick travel, so you need to die. Explore Gilden Halbaro. Oh my god. Come on. Oh, he's still alive. We'll probably get some kind of a weapon or shield. Maybe both. I would assume weapon because we got a, well, not necessarily. We have the gloves that increase one-handed weapon damage. So maybe it's a one-handed weapon.
Captain promised me a lifeboat adventure on
Not fair that they always take the. Over here!
Venture or no. The single richest treasure trove in all of Solstheim, they said. Bah, looks like this place was cleaned out centuries ago. The story might be worth something, but my pickaxe ain't even good enough to chip it. Still, I can't shake the feeling that there's something I'm missing. There's an odd draft in this room. Secret passage, maybe? I've locked myself in until those bandits are good and gone. Suppose I'll keep looking. Not much else I can do. Odd draft. Because it's... Yep. The storeroom is blocking the passage. That's why you can't figure it out. Why? Obvious answer. Don't really have a use for this. Just checking if it happens to have another passage or is it just a corpse. So what's so amazing about this? Holy shit. It's like an actual treasure trove. Seeing anything too amazing, but it's treasure. I like the fact that it's displayed this way. I would have liked to display my own wealth in sort of similar fashion. Visual representation. Frankly, there isn't that much gold here, but in many ways it's much more satisfying to collect gold this way. Let's just see it, an actual treasure room. Compared to just trying to pick individual coins or seeing a small number on a list of items. No, there's gems, there's thousands of gold. Would have been a fantastic treasure at some point. No, not so. Still, considering our treasure find, this isn't bad by any means. 112,000 gold. Where are we really missing? Where the power? Looks like a potential dragon priest. We're not really missing any abilities. See what happens. Just a corpse. Blood sky.
I remember Skyrim from my youth, and the glistening crimson on fields of white. I sense a presence.
You go spell each other.
Mortal fool! No one hides from the dead!
So what does the weapon do? When wielded with Soul Render, absorbs 15 health and has a chance to weaken enemy armor. We get a Soul Render? No, he probably has Soul Render.
You wish to kill me? Someone has already had that honor!
It isn't going anywhere. Our guys should lose this. The fighting style is incredibly aggressive with the Gather Ghost. And he has 2 proper weapons instead of daggers.
You would shut out the darkness!
Soon you will know
There is no pain in the void! You would shut out the darkness!
Looks like Light stole the armor set, so everything we've been gathering up. Soul Render. Magic and health absorption. Okay. Nothing amazing. Eh. And I sort of hate this. You can go to all nice looking and impressive places and you can be sort of guaranteed to be unimpressed by everything you can possibly find there. It's not how exploration or adventuring games should be. If it's like that, you fucked up. And I think Bethesda fucked up. Just don't know how to do crafting. And now, I'm really curious what if it's gonna work in Fallout 4. They come up with some kind of idea, or is it more about they want people to be able to play around with the improved crafting system, and that they don't give a shit about balance anymore. Porter Island. What's with the workers here? Ebony. Okay, dudes, I didn't want to mass murder you, but you started. Lord Toss. Seriously. Say it. Do I know him? Name sounds familiar. I should. Okay, Lord Tusk had destroyed many people. Extreme Conjuring. Got it. Iron Mace Awareness. Okay, do we have something worthwhile doing here? Look for Wolf's brother Torkilled. I suppose something minor. Almost formula. Right. Little things. I think we're gonna continue doing them, but I just can't see us finding anything even remotely worthwhile in this place anymore. I'll actually visit the temple. Now that we've done a lot of things here, could we get something worthwhile out of these guys? Where is everyone?
You honor the reclamations with your actions. This will not be forgotten.
Where's the other guy? Ah, maybe he doesn't come to work this early in the morning. Doesn't matter. I was sort of curious, but maybe it's nothing. I'll be ending it here. I'd like
If it
you.
wasn't for the bull,
You may
we'd
have
be digging
every
our
right.
houses out from
Excuse
beneath
me,
the ash
but
by
the
now.
temple is for followers of our faith.
I need to sell some of our crap.
Glover Mallory's the name. If you're... Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
I don't want to hold on to these. Unique items, I don't care. It's not interesting.
Bring your weapons and armor to me.
They just
I'll
suck
fix
compared
it
to
up
what
right.
we can do already.
I don't know who sent you here. Ah, so you're an alchemist then.
Sort of. In alchemy,
So you're interested in my potions and ingredients?
you know, I'd like training.
You already know all that I know.
Ash yams. Disgusting.
Don't pity me. And don't look at me like that. I know what I am.
I know why you're here.
Why should I pity you?
Doesn't everyone pity the hopeless?
If you want
Look
that
at me.
beautiful wife of
I'm no
yours to
better
stay
than a
that
beggar.
way,
Who are you?
better.
I used to be a miner. A good one, too. I made more gold digging up ore in a month than some people earn in a lifetime. When the mine dried up, I was lost. I have no other trade, so I spend my time drinking my fortune away at the retching niche. Or I used to, anyway.
What happened?
That fetcher Gildis won't even allow me inside. Said I was bad for business. If I want to spend my last bag of coins getting drunk, that's my business. What does he care?
I could talk to him for you.
Mallory,
You could try.
need to talk some sense
If you
into
can
your
get that
husband.
stubborn mule to let me into the niche,
blood from a stone.
I'll make sure you get what's coming to you.
That isn't my problem.
How are things
I was
now that the
putting
mines
my
are
own
open
garb
again?
in the money,
Couldn't be
then I
better.
wanted it back
The
by
sections
first
that are
harvest.
being opened up have revealed some huge deposits of ebony. Old Cretius has a nose for exactly where to dig. If they'd only listened to him years ago, the town wouldn't have been in such dire straits. At this rate, I'll be able to put a roof over my head in just a few months. It might take more than a simple request to change Geldis's mind.
It's busier now that things are starting to look up. I guess I might stay a bit longer after
You're
all.
buying East Empire pendants.
I'm beginning to like this partnership. Here you go.
A decent amount of coin in that. You get 500 for each. B, you can get something special if you get enough of them.
Care for anything from my stand today? Ash yams.
See for yourself.
Disgusting. I'd rather eat cheese that's been sitting in the sun for a week.
Ah, Orcish Bro, why do I have this? Death brand armor. Just go away. Want to see you. No good.
If you need any supplies, find me.